Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn Liu from the Box Press Studio, Seth Geis, and from the Pastina Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Good man. The funny thing for this year for me is going to be a week 18 of the NFL series where the Tank Bowl happens, the Patriots versus the Jets, and it'd be the exact kind of game the Jets will needlessly win, messing around their chances of getting a higher draft position. That's the most kind of Jets thing they would do.
Is
They'll
that
fuck.
next week?
They'll fuck somebody from out of going to the
2 weeks,
playoffs too.
3 weeks. 3 weeks? 2 weeks? 3 weeks.
All right. So today we are talking about the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Muestra de Saka Krakatoa.
That wrapper.
Cigar is a Toro 6x48. Comes out of the Hoya de Nicaragua factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Habano. Binder is Nicaraguan Sun-Grown. Filler is Nicaraguan Broadleaf, Criollo, and Corojo Ligero. It is blended by Steve Saka. Price point is $20.75. And the cigar was released in October of 2023. So with all that out of the way, Jiunn, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
What does Krakatoa mean? Do you know? Do you guys know?
I do. Would you like to hear the story?
No, I do, because sounds awfully like what I used to call my friends of a
Do you
certain
really not know?
background.
Do you really not know what Krakatoa is?
No, I do. Because every time I hear you guys say it or I say it in my head, I think about that word.
So,
Think about a volcano.
Krakatoa is
man.
a volcano in Indonesia, and I assume specifically this is referring to the 1883 eruption, which I think was I want to say it was a class 6 eruption.
Wasn't there like
So
ash
Saka
over
saying
there was
smoking
like
a
ash?
cigar will cause an eruption?
Yeah, I
There's
think
like
he's saying like it's like a huge, it's like a big event, like it's a
Event. Got it. Let's
Yeah.
be more
I
political.
mean, like I don't want to speak on his behalf, but that was my sort of takeaway from. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I think the explosion was so violent that I think it might have been the largest or the loudest sound ever heard on Earth because the explosion was so violent. Like I think it was like 180 decibels or something
I
like
thought there
that.
was like I thought you could see the impact like in the East Coast. I thought there was
Yeah,
something
the
like it
shock
was
wave went halfway across the globe or something
yeah,
like
there was
that when
something
it went
crazy
off.
like
Interesting.
that.
Oh no, there
So
we
this
go.
doesn't have anything to do with my smoking experience and what I experienced, like my
Well, let's find out.
experience. Yeah,
Let's find out.
interesting. Okay, Krakatoa, short for Krakatoa. Okay. Uh, so in terms of the flavors, I thought this was really good. I thought the cigars show a lot of balance, a lot of composure. Very like easily identifiable notes. I got a lot of coffee out of it, chocolate, honey, cedar. It's just medium strength, medium body, so it wasn't like jarring by any means. Clean finish. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I may have some more Krakatoas.
All right,
I will
Seth, what were
smoke
your
a
thoughts?
Krakatoa whenever I see one.
Listen, it started out with a lot of warm spices, cinnamon, red pepper, rich earth, tobacco, coffee beans. That had this like consistent dark chocolate finish. There was like some mineralness with it as well. Um, medium, full. Um, it grew in the second third. It showed some more transitioning. Got some barnyard flavors, more medium full. Um, just really complex, rich. Um, then final third showed a little bit more coffee, dark chocolate, warm spices, some ginger notes. Really good construction and draw, beginning to end. John?
Thought it started out really nice. Kind of a typical, I don't know if typical is the right word, kind of what I would expect from Steve at Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, just a lot of rich tobacco complexity. So creamy wood, baking spices, a lot of that sort of chewiness, that sort of chewy earth, which I really enjoy. Tobacco sweetness, toasted marshmallow in the retrohale, leather, just just everything I want. And the best part is I think Jiunn said like it's really medium. Like you see a profile like this and you're like, oh my god, it must be like full bodied. And it's like, no, this is really nice, medium, approachable, great first third. Where I think the cigar for me went off was that, and this is really where we're getting to subjectivity, is that the second third for me had a lot of earth and sort of this what I would call is loamy earth, which I really don't like, especially when it's the primary flavor driver on a cigar. So just a really loamy earth sitting on my palate with leather and wood and tannins, and all of those are things that I know many people enjoy. And there was some sweet tobacco that sort of broke that up, but I did not enjoy it at all. And I got a lot more of that in the last third as well, just with a little bit of creaminess in there as well, and some maltiness, malty tobacco sweetness. But just so many things that I don't enjoy in that combination, which is a shame because I thought the first third was coming out of the gate like a rocket ship. So Burn was like could not have been straighter. It was super razor sharp, slightly resistant on the draw though, which surprised me. I didn't really care because that really didn't factor in for me. So I would say above average profile for me. Aaron?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with toasted mix of cedar and earth, along with a light baking spice. Got some smokiness that joined in pretty quickly. And then later the baking spice transitioned to black pepper. And then in the second half of that first third, I got this evergreen vegetal note that joined in. So that was kind of interesting. Second third saw the evergreen vegetal note depart, and then a regular vegetal note joined in later, and then kind of gained a minty note to it. Final third saw the vegetal mintiness depart. Interesting start to the cigar. Unique flavor profile. From the second third on, the profile kind of fell off a bit. Just wasn't as unique or interesting to continue on. But I had some burn issues at the end of the cigar as well. It was a little bit wavy throughout, but not any big deal. But then in the final third, the cigar went out 3 times in a pretty quick succession. So I'm not sure what was really going on with it at that point. But not something I really see myself returning to. I'd love to have the experience that Seth and Jiunn had. I just didn't really get that. But yeah. All right, let's get into the scores. We're gonna start at the top with Seth at 7.78. Jiunn gave it a 6.82. John gave it a 5.95, and I gave it a 5.7. So Seth had that 7.78 matchup for you.
Yeah, man, I loved it, dude. I loved the flavor profile. I loved the growth it had throughout. There was transitioning, there was depth. Really good blend out of Oya, and Saka and so forth. But it's just it showed the complexities that you want with those strong cigars that he blends. And I think he's made comments about how only like his Connecticut's in the past, but like I thought this was a really great cigar, and I'd love to smoke more like this. I don't even know who's close. Jiunn?
Yeah, Jiunn 6.82. Jiunn, are you there?
Am I frozen?
You kind of went frozen for a bit.
You're
back.
Frozen?
You're back.
Okay. Yeah, this was awesome. This was Krakatoa me again.
And that's why you froze.
Hello?
Perfect.
Hello?
Yeah, your connection's really
Hello?
spotty.
Hello?
Hello, you there?
Hello?
Ground control to Major Tom.
Hello?
Ground control to
Hello?
Major Tom.
And on a high note, Jiunn.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Mute
me?
yourself now.
Yes.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, I think your connection's gone, Jiunn. All right, John, 5.95.
Yeah, 595 matches up well. Really good construction. I mean, near perfect construction, but that profile just super not for me. Yeah.
My 5.7 matches up well. Above average flavor profile. I like kind of the uniqueness of that first third, but it just wasn't able to continue on. And then I had those burn issues that kind of knocked it down. Otherwise, I'd be kind of right in line with John. So, all right. Final thoughts from you guys on this one.
So when the Krakatoa went off, the Krakatoa explosion went off, it had a volcanic index of 6, which is measured out of 8. So it is a once in 100 year explosion, which is substantial. the pressure wave of the explosion was traveling at Mach 1,
It was
which
stronger than
needless to say,
Vesuvius. I mean, like, it like fuck shit up.
it fucked shit up. There was a British naval ship that was off of the coast of Indonesia, and the pressure wave was so loud, it was 180 decibels, that every member of the ship had their eardrums ruptured from the explosion, and the pressure sound wave went around the Earth 3 times, and they were actually measuring the wave for like 8 days after the explosion. So big bada boom. Big bada.
This is not the right name for the cigar. It should have been off the like the LFD digger or something.
Mm. Yeah, it's not.
Feel
I
bad
mean,
for those British sailors back then, man.
yeah.
It's like, what the fuck was that? I can't hear shit.
Wop, wop. Yeah, because it makes you think that it's going to be this big. Well, at least when I lit it up, I'm like, oh, this is going to be this huge spice bomb or like this big. It was fairly restrained through the entire cigar, and I would say for the most part, Steve's cigars are pretty restrained. Like Steve's cigars are like what I think of when I think of Steve's cigars. I think they are full flavored cigars for guys who want to have medium strength experiences, and I think he nails it almost every time.
And a little increase in body too.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
Krakatoa me. Okay, next
Krakatoa you
review.
up.
Let's go.
Krakatoa you up.
Krakatoa me.
All right. Wherever you're catching this video, be sure to like and subscribe and check out the full written review on the website, developingpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Kraka.